hear a mourning dove. Okay, I don't know why we're having so many problems staying connected today, but we are. We'll just have to deal with them. This isn't a perfect view. I mean, we're having some heat distortion, heat shimmer. We're just going to stay here a few more moments looking at them because there's not that much activity. And I don't see anyone flying around. One that's, well, maybe two that are calling now. Oh, I see in the air. Okay, I do see another osprey in the air now. Oh, and it may have a... In fact, it's heading away. Not heading towards the nest. I'm gonna, you know what? No, I'm about to lose sight of it. I think I was gonna see if I could switch cameras and show you while staying with this camera and recording the nest. But this osprey is not heading this way. I wonder if it's the owner of the nest that we're looking at, or what the story is. Stay here for a moment. Maybe the osprey... Oh, as it turns out, I have to switch cameras. I'm going to leave. I don't know if I'll be able to show them all to you. And I just missed one of... Oh, there it is. This is all through the windshield and at a distance, so it's difficult to really show you, but at least a couple there now. And I don't know if I see the others that I believe I had seen. Oh. So those two kind of seem to be sort of flying together. I would love to see a an adult come into the nest with a fish. That'd be great. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Okay, at least 3 ospreys. No, make it 4 within view right now. And again, it remains to be seen if anyone comes into the nest And I'm sorry this is all difficult to show you, especially through the windshield, but again, I would love to see an adult come into the nest with a fish. That'd be great. Not counting on it though, but I'm just hoping. Getting kind of hot in here. Now you can hear the young on the nest calling. Oh no, yeah, you can. And I don't know if they recognize a parent, one of their parents, or what the story is. Unfortunately, I really can't get out of the car right now. Now, the ones I'm showing you now are kind of sort of above the nest. Sorry, I've got wires bothering me now. Oh! Oh! One did land on the nest. I missed it with this camera. I'm sorry. I did get it with the other camera though, or at least I think I did, or at least part of it. I was zoomed in on the other nest. Does that one have... I've got the pillar of my car in the way. Sorry, I'm doing my best. Where'd you go? Come back. Hold on. Okay. I don't... Where'd everyone go? Well, we've got a couple. And again, I don't know who is who relative to this nest that we've been watching the last few weeks, every once in a while. But now I see there's one there, relatively low altitude, and then there are a couple that are up at higher altitude, don't know who they are. And we've seen as many as 4 in the air at a time. And again, I missed when an adult was on the nest with the 2 young. However, I believe the other camera may have caught it, or at least some of the interaction, if any, there on the nest. So I missed it, but the other camera's running, so hopefully it caught it. Maybe all the activity is slowing right down now, so maybe we'll move on, but... Okay, things are quiet again, and maybe I'll switch cameras. I'm not going to be able to show you what that activity at the nest with the adult. Just, it's too difficult for me to do it at this time. But if it was worthwhile, I'll share it later. Okay, we're going to switch cameras and look back at the nest. That's okay, don't worry about it. Wait a minute, what happened? What happened? What happened? So the youngster flew off? Just checked the chat room. I missed it. I looked away. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, we're going to move on, I think, very shortly anyway. One more closer look. Let me wait before I look. Let me leave the camera a moment and just look around with binoculars. I can't see anybody. Other than one that's in the nest. Okay, we're going to move on though. That was interesting to see though. Where are we at, by the way? We're almost at East Road. We're on, well, the nest is along Route 89, which is what we normally drive to get to East Road. And now we've taken the exit that we take, or not exit really, just the turn that we take, and we're about to be on East Road. And you know, we call it East Road, but, and I call it East Road, but it's really that we're looking over the Knox Marcellus Marsh. Don't ask me how to spell Marcellus. Oops. Don't ask me how to spell Marcellus, because every time I look it up, either with a C or an S, I see it spelled differently. So it's one or the other. And I can never remember which now. I just saw a bird of some sort, looked like a sparrow. I didn't get a chance to look at it. And I'm hearing an American goldfinch. Actually, maybe not. Thought I heard. But again, notice how quiet it is in terms of bird calls. Just a few weeks ago, we'd pull in and we might hear robins, and we'd hear house sparrows. I see a mourning dove. Maybe some but not today. Things are different. Here, a couple weeks ago, we were seeing hundreds of tree swallows. I've seen a couple swallows today. I'm not even sure if they were barn swallows or tree swallows, and that was on, you know, along Wildlife Drive. That's it. Speaking of tree swallows, I just saw one, and maybe two. Certainly not hundreds, like we did a couple weeks ago. I'm hearing a catbird. Gray catbird. By the way, if you've tuned in at all to the Cornell Hawk cam, you know, you see in the nest that apparently is a corn plant. If you're thinking we're going to have an ear of corn there, I really don't think so. I'm hearing a crow, and I believe I see some egrets way out there. Oh, maybe not. Those may not be egrets. Those may be swans. I'll try to get a look at them again later. And there are, but I believe there are some, I'm not going to be able to show them well. There are, I believe, some egrets way out there. They'll be closer if we get to the viewing area. Or once we get to the viewing area. I wonder if there might be more water than there was last week. I was disappointed at the water levels last week and the week before. But what I usually want is, and I see a turkey vulture. Wait 1 second, let me verify that. Yes, I see a turkey vulture up in the air. What I like to have is hold on. I don't want to run anybody over. What I like to have is, you know, water, a fair amount of water present here in the marsh all summer long to hopefully prevent some of that vegetation from growing through, and then also to have a decent water level going into the fall, hopefully drawing large flocks of Canada geese and snow geese. And hopefully, if there's enough water, it's not all, you know, very distant, and it's maybe a little closer to us to give us a better view. Also, of course, I like to see sandhill cranes here. Hold on, what do I see? Do I see something up ahead? No, never mind. saw a goldfinch in the puddle on the road, and now it's over on the corn plants. I think we might do things a little differently here today than we have been doing. Let's take a, well, let me take a look with binoculars first. I do see a number of gray egrets. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At least 19, maybe more. Oh, what do I see? What did I just see? Where'd it go? Whatever it was, I missed it. Thought I saw a fairly large bird swooping in, but maybe, I don't know. I take it back. I did see one. Wait, what is it? Wait, where'd it go? Oh, I think I see a harrier. I think I saw a harrier. Where is it? Well, it doesn't matter. We're gonna, I think I'm gonna get out of the car, but I'm gonna leave like much of the broadcasting stuff in the car, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just gonna try to do things through an open window. If you don't understand what I mean, that's okay. But I need a couple minutes just to get the tripod out, and I haven't done this in a while. I did it last week, really, but without the wires, because I wasn't broadcasting. Okay, I'll be with you shortly. We're still going to have wind out here. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. But this might be a little better than staying in the car 100% like I have been doing of late here. We'll see. Okay. Let's see if I can get my wires to cooperate. Right now I can't tell if we're up and running or not, so I'll have to trust you guys. Keep me informed as best you can. Could try to show you the plane that's coming in for a landing, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do it. Okay. That doesn't look like an egret way out there. Not sure what kind of swan, but it's definitely a swan. Not a mute swan, but it's either a trumpeter or a tundra. If I had to guess, trumpeter, but I don't know. Look how stained its head feathers are. Hold on one second. Okay. This area, I love coming here to East Row, but it's very difficult just because of the distances involved. Grateful heron back there. That might be a grebe there, I'm not sure. I'm hearing a blue jay, and there's another great blue heron that we just saw a moment ago, and now I'm watching this gull, which I can't identify. There are some swallows down there, but not, not huge numbers by the looks of things. I may stop for a moment or two just to look around with binoculars. Sometimes the wider field of view can help me find things. Last week there seemed to be a fair number of shorebirds here, but this week doesn't seem to be that the case so far anyway. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go get some. Hold on. Okay. Not sure if there's something going on with the camera or something. Sounds like from behind me I might be hearing a red-tailed hawk juvenile. I doubt you can hear it because I don't know if the microphone can pick it up, but that's what I think I'm hearing. It's hard to tell. It's kind of windy, or breezy, I should say. sure that's what I'm hearing. I'm going to look with binoculars down in the field below. See something of interest. Well, at least 4 sandhill cranes. No, make it more than that. 5. Add 1, 2, 3, 4 more to that, so at least 9. Still hearing that what sounds like, not very close, but what sounds like a juvenile red-tailed hawk calling for food from behind me, and it sounds like it's not very close, so you know, I don't believe I would be able to see it. Let's see if we can find those cranes again. Well, maybe not just yet. Okay, it looks like I see a Caspian tern, or 3 or 4 there, maybe 5. Plus, is that a... Sorry, things are shaking a bit. That might... Yeah, that might be a double-crested cormorant there with them. Yeah, more Caspian terns. Sorry, as usual, I'm not really covering this area in a systematic fashion like maybe I should, but... distances make it so difficult to get a good clear look at anything out there. So for me anyway, duck identification is very, very difficult. But there, obviously we have some ducks. Maybe, I'm guessing most of them are mallards. But, I mean, there might be a wood duck or 2, or... not sure. I think I just heard a cardinal. Now, I'm brightening it up a bit, just to help us see colors a little better. Maybe I shouldn't, but I can say it helps me to see the colors. Maybe it looks terrible on larger screens, I don't know. Canada geese. I think we're about to get back to that area where the sandhill cranes were. Overall, there are more great blue herons than I had believed. Now I think we're starting to get into that area. Hold on, there's some wind. Like that's a sandhill crane right there. I'm not going to be able to give you a good close-up, obviously. They're just too far away for that, but still great to see them. I think I see 11, at least 11 here. I love them. Just love to see them. And you know, I'm gonna point the camera back at them. Well, let's look at the swans first, these other swans. Did I see some shorebirds just a moment ago? Yeah, something's going on back there, but, yep. There are some back there, but, you know, they keep popping up into view and then right out of view because of the vegetation there. Okay, let me leave the camera there. I want to look around. The reason why is because we saw what I believe were 11 sandhill cranes. And you may not remember, but a few weeks ago we had seen 11 and we thought there were only 11. But then looking at video later, 3 had taken off. You know, we saw 3 in flight, but as it turned out, those 3 had never been in the first group of 11. I'm wondering if that's the case again this week, if we have more. And I just may have just seen another one. I'm not sure. Either that or else some kind of vegetation or something. If I can find it. Looked like it with binoculars. I don't know about if we get a closer look. Oh, okay, that looks, actually it looks like a great one here. Yes, okay. Never mind. We're not going to be here too much longer. I mean, let's face it, everything is just so far away. But is that, yeah, it looks like it. 2 more, at least 2 more sandhill cranes. To the right, that's a great blue heron. But those are sandhill cranes there, and not part of the other group of 11, which is over. The group is over here somewhere. There it is. Did I pass them already? Maybe, you know what, maybe I'm getting things confused. Maybe that was the same group. I don't know. 1 second. Yeah, I think I'm... Let me see if I'm confusing things. Hold on, let me look with binoculars. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I know we can stick with at least 11 that we've seen. There's the main group anyway. You know, I think I may have been seeing 2 on the fringe of that group, and maybe that's what I was thinking. So I still would stay with 11. No, 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 no. There, see? 2 more there. I hear them right now. The ones maybe from the larger group. Where's the group? So I'd say we've seen at least 13. I was hoping to see even more, of course, but... Okay, let's just look very quickly at some other areas, just in general, see if there's anything we want to look at. Okay, let me, I'm going to take a quick look with binoculars, and we may just be on our way. Let's see who these guys are. They're wood ducks, I think. Let me just keep things here for a moment. I'm going to look around with binoculars just a bit, and if I don't see anything interesting, we're going to be on to the next stop. I mean, for instance, I wouldn't mind seeing that a harrier again. But looks like that's not going to happen. Okay, let me get you back in the car, and we're going to get going. Hearing some swallows right now. I believe they're tree swallows. They could be barn swallows, I don't know. I've always said it. I may not know what I'm doing, I'm just having fun doing it. Oh. Someone's in flight. I believe those are the 3 swans that were in one area that we looked at, not the, and maybe they're closer to the other swan? Yeah, it looks like it maybe. Beautiful birds, really. Okay, let's get going. I kind of like that. I mean, again, I wish there were more, of course, and I wish it were closer, but, you know, I still like this stuff. There were more shorebirds last week within view, without a doubt. But the conditions were really tough last week. Everything was very far away, and there was, well, it's getting sunny now, but it was really sunny, and really you could hardly see. And as I drove up here, you know, as I approached the viewing area last week, I saw, you know, there were some people here already, and I said to one of them, I didn't, you know, recognize any of them. You know, I asked if they were seeing anything special, and he didn't say much. And then he kept like challenging me in a friendly way. He's like, "Go on, go ahead, try to identify them." And he just kept saying that because he knew that they were really, really tough to see. To my left, I see an osprey. Oh, and there's another crow on top of one of the poles where I just took off. And yet another crow. So there are at least 3 crows in the area, because now one of them is landing on the ground. So there's 3 on the ground to our right. The mourning dove on the wires to our left. Just took off. Oh, this is me. Let this car by us. Oh, what did I just see? Shoot. I'm not sure what I just saw. It may have been a mourning dove, but it may have been, I don't know if it was a falcon or a hawk of some sort. I don't know. Dropped out of view. You might say, how can you confuse a mourning dove with a falcon? Well, if you think about it, from a distance, if you see, you know, if you don't see it very well, mourning dove and an American kestrel are not really that different. And there are some differences certainly, but in terms of size and everything, not really. And there are definitely some differences in shape, but general shape is roughly the same. Anyway, we're done with East Road. While it hasn't been good, Mays Point has not been that great. And, you know, we haven't seen once, not once this year, have we seen red-headed woodpeckers at Mays Point. Something I would really like to see. Drive in there, that area to our left, but there's a car right in the way. Can't do it. That was the area where I saw the osprey that I uploaded and posted to YouTube. I saw it and it looked like it was kind of, you know, not just sitting there, actively searching for fish from that tree perch. And I thought, well, why not give it a try? So I got out of the car, got set up. Luckily, it hadn't decided to dive while I was setting up. And hold on one second. I see in the air a turkey vulture and make it two. And so anyway, I decided to, you know, because I wasn't broadcasting or worrying as much about the time, decided to wait and see if anything would happen. And sure enough, you know, it eventually dove for a fish and caught it. And I didn't record it perfectly, but I recorded it okay, and so I uploaded it. Very quiet here. You're not hearing any birds singing. I'm not even seeing starlings, or I see a pigeon, or anything else really. The pigeon is crossing the bridge up ahead. Walking from one side to the other. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to turn around here and we'll drive back in the direction from which we came, and I'll get out of the car like I have been doing lately and just go and take a look and see if there's anything worth seeing in the pool. And if not, we'll move on to another area. Hold on one second. I think I see about maybe 14 or 15 Canada geese and a gull over there to our right. Don't know what the gull is, but sorry. Someone just vocalized. You know, goldfinches have been pretty quiet today. Okay, we are going to do that. I'm up ahead. I'm going to park and walk over to onto the platform and see if there's anything really worth looking at. I believe I'm hearing a cardinal chip note, and I think another cardinal. So I'm going to park up here, and I'm going to close up the windows, and I will be back with you, most likely, very shortly. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't touch anything. Okay, there were a number of wood ducks and mallards and a pied-billed grebe, but nothing that has me saying, okay, let's get the gear out and go look at it. So we're going to move on. And we're going to go to Shockey Pool, but I don't know if we'll stay. I may just do the same sort of thing, climb the tower just to have a look, see if they've mowed any of the vegetation down, and see if any water has begun to come back in. And if Ithaca. Well, I'll head back. You can do whatever you that on the Cornell campus, students are already moving in for the fall semester. I know that I think freshmen have already been moving in. I don't know when the rest of the students will start coming back, but okay, I'm going to get out of the car right here, and let me go take a look at things and see if it's worth staying or see what's going on. Be right back. I can tell you this, it doesn't look good. Okay, well, I believe I just heard a cedar waxwing. I know I was hearing an American goldfinch, and I did see a lot of swallows of one sort or another just flying around, well out there. I mean, I can't see them well. And I did see a northern harrier flying around. May have seen an eagle and or an osprey. May have been, I think I'm seeing an eagle well in the distance, but there's nothing here really worth staying for. I'd love to see the harrier up close, for instance, but it was well out there. I don't know if it's going to come any closer, and I don't want to waste time. I think I do see an osprey up in the air. I don't want to waste time just staying here hoping that something comes along. I think I see another osprey. Again, not close. Well, that could be an eagle, actually. No, it's an osprey. Anyway, so I'm gonna pack up and head back to Ithaca. And let's say we start at maybe at about 5:30, somewhere around there. Maybe a little sooner than that. I don't know. anyway, so I'm going to shut down for now, and I hope to see you all at about 5:30, maybe a little sooner, maybe a little bit later. We'll see. I'll get there as soon as I can. Okay, everybody? All right, bye-bye.